Hey everyone, it's Kenny with RocketCityTactical.com, and I'm here with my daughter Kenzie at our local range Bullet and Barrel. And today we're going to be shooting the Glock 43X, the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 2.0, and the Walther PPS M2LE, just to kind of get a comparison between these three striker fire compact firearms, single stacks. Anyway guys, hello again everyone, it is Kenny with RocketCityTactical.com, and I had a tremendous time today at the range Bullet and Barrel with my daughter shooting these three firearms. And we're going to go ahead and talk about them a little bit. But before you guys blow me up in the comments, I want to be very clear that these are my three favorite compact, single stack, striker fired, polymer framed handguns. Not steel framed, not hammer fired, not double stack, just compact, single stack, polymer framed, striker fired handguns. And that is the Walther PPS, the M&P Shield 2.0, and the Glock 43X. So let's talk about them. In terms of ergonomics, if we're not using an extended magazine with a pinky extension or anything like that, I really have to go with my trusty Glock 43X. You can get a really good grip, really good purchase on the firearm. I don't have a pinky dangling off the grip. Myself personally, it's just not acceptable for me. I don't like to have a dangling pinky. So if I'm not using an extended magazine or anything like that, I'm gonna go with the 43X. And I'm also gonna go with the 43X because the capacity. 10 round magazine plus one in the chamber, that's more than this Walther PPS and this M&P Shield. But if we're talking about using an extended magazine, I have to say that the PPS is the more comfortable of the three. The multi-directional grip texturing, the finger notching on the grip, it's just an extremely comfortable firearm. You get a really good purchase, and it really makes the recoil and everything on this firearm just extremely manageable. So I would have to give the edge in the overall ergonomics to the PPS with the extended magazine. I would say that the M&P Shield is definitely a close second. The texturing is a little bit rougher, a little more like sandpaper. Some people might prefer that. But I would definitely say the ergonomics between these two guns, in my opinion, are better, but the PPS definitely takes the cake. So we'll talk about the sights. And once again, I have to say that the Walther PPS wins in terms of sights and sight picture, and I'll tell you why. Because of these three firearms, this is the only one that I have not changed the factory sights on. It still has the luminescent 3-dot sight system, where my M&P Shield, I changed out the 3 dots for the red and green fiber optics, and then on my Glock 43X, I changed out the front sight for a fiber optic and the rear sight for a rear naked. So just the fact that I haven't changed the sights out on the PPS, I would have to give the edge to the PPS in terms of sights. So we'll talk about the shootability and the recoil. The recoil on the PPS is very easy, very manageable. There's not as much flip, snap, or rise as you would expect, and it's really easy to stay on target. and reacquire for follow-up shots. So you can get really, really good, accurate groups out of this, and I can anyway. I would have to say that my groups and my accuracy were pretty close with the PPS and the M&P Shield 2.0, but I felt like I was a little bit more accurate with a little less effort with the PPS. So I would say I would go with the PPS in terms of accuracy. Now, my Glock 43X, I'm still very accurate with it, but it's a little snappier than these other two. There's a little bit more punch, a little bit more muzzle rise. You feel the recoil a little bit more with this firearm than you do the other two. And it, like I said, I'm still extremely accurate with it, but it takes a little bit more work than it does with the other two. So in terms of accuracy, I would definitely go with the PPS, the M&P Shield, and then the Glock 43X. Just because I felt like the Glock 43X took a little bit more effort to be as accurate. Now we'll talk about the trigger pull, and the trigger pull is definitely where the Glock wins this battle. Just a really nice trigger, very little take up. Once you've engaged that trigger safety, you're pretty much at the wall. Nice clean break, audible and tactile reset. You can feel it, you can hear it. Really nice trigger. The Glock definitely wins in regards to the trigger. The M&P Shield, I would say, is second. Pretty nice trigger. A little bit more travel on the reset. It's not as audible, but it's still a nice trigger. The PPS, I would say it has the worst trigger of the three, but it's still a great trigger. Not much take up, nice clean break. The reset's long, and it's not tactile. There's a little audible click that you can hear, but I prefer something a little more audible and a little more tactile. It's not that the trigger's bad. I would just say of these three firearms, this has got the worst trigger. So if I had to rank them overall in terms of performance, I would say my PPS is first, my M&P Shield is second, and my Glock 43X is going to come in last. But please understand that these are all three fantastic firearms. I would trust my life to all three of these firearms, and you certainly can't go wrong with either of them. I just wanted to do a comparison for myself, just to kind of see and feel the differences between the three for me. Some of you will have different preferences and different experiences as well. So, I mean, just take it for what it is. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you like the content. If you do, please subscribe to the channel. Click that bell so you get notifications. Check me out on social media, Facebook /Rocket City Tactical. Check me out on Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. And check out RocketCityTactical.com. Become a member on the website. It's 100% free. You're not going to get spammed with a bunch of junk. I don't do ads or pop-ups or anything like that on the website. So just check out the site. Members are automatically entered in our giveaways. We just gave away a Glock 43 in October, so being a member of the website gives you the opportunity to win some cool stuff and contribute your comments and stuff to our site content and things like that. Anyway, guys, stay frosty, keep shooting. It's Kenny with RocketCityTactical.com, and we'll see you next time.